Tracey will come up and tell us about the leadership track. Welcome, Joan. Welcome, Tracey. You?
People join Toastmasters to improve their communication skills, which naturally progresses to leadership positions.
Leadership is an important part of the Toastmasters experience. To address this topic, Toastmasters has come up with the Competent Leadership track. I completed my Competent Leadership manual before coming to the club, and Joan is working on her manual right now. So today we're going to share with you what the Competent Leadership track is, its benefits, and then open it up to the floor to discuss the topic of leadership.
This is your Competent Leadership Manual. It may look slightly different, but it definitely says Competent Leadership Manual on the front. It also came in the original packet with your Competent Communicator Manual. So those of you who are just joining, you've got the head start. You're warned. You're going to get this with your Competent Communicator Manual. The Competent Leadership Manual consists of 10 projects. And you actually have a project matrix in that pile of paper somewhere in front of you. Basically, for example, project 1, how many of you like praise? How many of you enjoy being praised? I'm a bit of a praise junkie. I really enjoy it, giving and receiving. For those of you who enjoy praise, this is your new best friend. For project 1, you have an opportunity to get written feedback from a fellow member on things you'll be doing anyway. Project 1 week you get feedback on being speech evaluator. Another week, table topic speaker. Another week, counter and grammarian, and that's project 1 of the 10 projects in the Competent Leadership Manual. So what I've gotten most out of it is involved and engaged. It's that extra motivation for me to sign up again for Grammarian or Table Topics Master or Toastmaster. Everyone sees the schedule going around. That not only contributes to the meeting, but every time I do take that extra step and sign up, I get something from it and I get to my next level.
I would say that the biggest benefit that I had going through the Competent Leadership track is that it encouraged me to constantly be present in the meeting. So I'll give you an example. If I was working on my Competent Leadership track, I might be signed up to evaluate Joan on her speech that day. And I might ask David to evaluate me giving Joan an evaluation. So you see this matrix take place where we're all present and engaged in the meeting. And the result of that would be that Joan would get a better evaluation because I know I'm being evaluated on giving it to her. Dave is included in the meeting and he's present because he's watching me, and I know that I can't fall asleep during her speech because he's going to be watching me during that time. So it raises the bar for everyone, and when one person raises the bar, everybody goes with them. And so that's really the benefit that the Competent Leadership track has.
And we all have our favorite story about trying a new Toastmaster role. For me, the first time I was counter, I did not hear a single and, or pregnant pause, and it wasn't because the group was perfect. It was an aha moment for me that I wasn't as a skilled listener as I thought I was. Who here has a memory of the first time trying a Toastmaster role? Or what's your favorite story of trying one of the roles for your first time? Gwen. Oh, Dan. Dan volunteered.
I think the best role to do is Toastmaster, because you can do anything you want to do and have fun. And pretty much everyone does everything else for you. You're just telling people what to do. So that is, I recommend that for everyone. It seems daunting. It seems really hard when you get it. Wow, that was cool. That was fun. I want to do it again. So I have some good ideas for you guys next time.
So what are other fun? Anyone have a fun example of the first time you tried a Toastmaster role? Something that sparked for you, something that was a challenge, something you realized about your skills, either you were fabulous or... Brittany.
When I was grammarian, I didn't count how many times people use the word, didn't catch on to any neat phrases. I was just so into the meeting, and I was like, oh, that's great. Hey, grammarian, I was like, oh, shoot. That's me. So.
Yeah, it really helps bring you present. And Kathy, what were you gonna say?
I found that one time that I did it just recently, it's so important to think of the room as one cohesive whole. And I came in with not as much energy as I wanted to, and I think that is so important because there's some people here that just have that energy that can lift an entire planet. And that's what you need to do, is lift everybody up by your presence as a Toastmaster.
And it's so fun to get the practice in this room because you carry it outside.
I would say we come here every week and we practice and we get better together, but I don't think we'd come here every week if it didn't affect some other part of our life. And so Joan and I are curious to know, anyone has any thoughts about what you have learned here at Toastmasters, how it has come in handy or how you've used it in some other place in your life, whether it's professional, personal, relationships.
Michelle.
Actually, I have a great story. I'm in sales, and every Wednesday morning we have a conference call, and we get called on. It kind of goes around the room, or actually around the call, for something specific, and it's very, on the spot. Give me your 30-second pitch on this product. Tell me why we're better than the competition. Explain this or that. So I was on this call 2 Wednesday mornings ago, and at the end of the call, it's a half-an-hour call, the director spoke up. It turns out he had been listening the entire time. This is my boss's boss. So at the end of the call, my boss called me and said, "You did so good today, and thank you because you made me look good." And then she nominated, we have a program called Recognizing You, and if your boss thinks you did something really great, you get nominated, and I got a $100 award for that.
Toastmaster pay.
Exactly paid my dues for another year.
Dave?
In the short time I've been here, I have realized this. It's not hard for me to talk, but I've realized that it's important that you get off on the right foot when you talk. And I just got that from the very first speech. And I've used that 2 or 3 times in my involvement in my church, where I'm called upon many times to give an opinion or to talk on a topic or to lead a discussion, or sometimes to just get something launched. And I've now recognized it's just not important to say what I think about how to start so that I get everybody's attention and get it going in the right direction. It's been very valuable.
Colby?
I would say that for me, Toastmasters opened up a whole different world from friendships, some of the friendships that I've been able to develop from the group and some of the partnerships that I have with people from Coastal Mountain Youth Academy to relationships with Dan and Joan and Dave, and just that knowing people within the community and feeling that everybody, there's times in life where you'll look around and you'll think, oh wow, does anybody really get it? And then you come into a group like this and you realize, you know what, everybody does really get it. And everybody here is a great example of that, and it just gets repeated over and over each time I come.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks everyone for sharing your comments. Appreciate that.
So once you commit to the Competent Leadership Manual, it's a process of digging it out of wherever it is, ordering it off Toastmasters.org if you don't have your copy, only $5, and then making a habit of bringing it with you every week. Because not only will it motivate you to sign up, but if you're given an impromptu role, you can hand this to a friend and get some praise. Stephen Covey, the 8th habit of highly successful people is leadership, is communicating to people their worth and potential so clearly that they come to see it in themselves.
I think the truth is that we all came to Toastmasters or we all gravitated here to become better speakers. But the truth is, in the process, we've all become better leaders. And this is just one way to help facilitate that process anymore. The pinnacle of the Toastmasters experience is the Distinguished Toastmaster Award. And this is one requirement that you have to do in order to get there. So don't wait, get started. Hope to see you all next week with your manuals. Thank you.